I feel like there might be one thing missing from the whole total package.
I agree.
Element. I think you know where I'm going with this.
I agree.
Some guys, man, who set me up.
I am very excited that I got chosen to do this, and I'm honored to tell you on behalf of WWE, we would like you to be part of the 2025 class of the WWE Hall of Fame.
Wow.
You gotta stand up, get bumped for that, brother.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Finally, the total package Lex Luger, or the narcissist Lex Luger, made in the USA, finally earns his spot, finds his way into the WWE Hall of Fame for 2025, joining Triple H and Michelle McCool so far. A couple others been speculated, Demolition perhaps, the Natural Disasters perhaps, but those are not yet official. And I gotta say, I'm really happy about this. I grew up watching wrestling. When I first started watching wrestling, I was a little stinger. I watched early WCW when it was Sting and Luger and the Steiners and Ron Simmons and Vader. I loved that shit. All the way up to him showing up as the narcissist in WWF. And then Made in the USA slamming Yokozuna. Now look, I fully understand. This is not the Lou Thez Hall of Fame. This is the greatest wrestler in the world Hall of Fame, Lex never been accused of being a 5-star ring general by any stretch, but his accomplishments are hard to ignore. This is not a Coco Beware entrance into the Hall of Fame or a Hillbilly Jim. Or a Queen Charmel, right? Lex Luger, longest reigning United States champion of all time. Former Four Horsemen. Multiple time world champion. This guy was the first guy to defeat Hollywood Hulk Hogan and win the world title. The first chink in the armor of the NWO. He won it on live TV on Nitro. Main event run in WWE, slammed Yokozuna in one of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. If you were to count down 50 most iconic moments, he's not high on the list, but it's there. That is an iconic moment. Say what you will about his in-ring ability. All of those things more than qualify him for a WWE Hall of Fame. Of course, not everybody feels the same way. There's a lot of haters out there who do think that this is the Lou Thez Hall of Fame. That do think that you need to be a 5-star ring general mat technician to be a Hall of Famer. They don't think just some muscle dummy that had an ego and was a dumb dickhead and all that back in the day deserves his place. One of those people is Dutch Mantel, who I normally love his takes and agree with for the most part, but this a rare bad take from Dutch. Check out this clip.
Lex Luger. Now, I know you're a bit contentious with Lex Luger because every interaction you've ever had with him has been negative, but does he, with his body of work, deserve to be in the WWE Hall of Fame?
No, but his name, he was used in such a way on top, main event. And he was the first one who went to, he left Florida. I remember he was there, and he went to Mid-Atlantic, which was the Charlotte territory. And they gave him a pretty good guarantee, and none of the other guys had the guarantees. And that started him off on the wrong foot. And he was kind of in the same boat that Jade Cargill is in. Looked great and big, but not a clue what to do. Not a clue. Because he was a babyface, and they would take him in the ring, and the heel would go out of his way. I mean, that was his job. He would go out of his way to make him look good, plus get pinned, so Lex could look good. And sometimes I heard he came back and didn't even thank his guy he was in the ring with. And that's really a no-no.
So an honest take from Dutch and a fair take from his perspective, because he was around back then and he had to deal with the guy and work with the guy. So he sees it from that point of view. But you can't blame Lex Luger for getting a big guaranteed contract when none of the other guys were getting it. That was offered to him by Crockett, right? You can't blame him for not knowing how to work when he was hired. He was hired. He came in for guaranteed money because he looked like $1 million. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but pro wrestling has never been about being able to be a really good wrestler in the ring, brother. You know, you can tout your favorite wrestlers and how great they were in their 5-star matches and everything like that. But at the end of the day, it's about dollars and cents. It's about the business of professional wrestling. And Lex Luger was big business. He looked like $1 million. So, and yes, you can hold his bad attitude against him, sure. But he didn't know better. Here's a football guy. Same with Goldberg. Goldberg had pretty much the same story. A meathead football player comes into the business with a big old contract and a big old push because he looks better than everybody else on the roster. And sure, with 50-50 hindsight, looking back on it, as a grown-up who's watched all the documentaries and I'm smart to the business, I know what a good worker is. He was a shit worker. But as a little kid, I'll tell you, I was there. Who were my favorite wrestlers? Well, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior. But who was Sting's buddy? Lex Luger. So, of course, I was a fan of Lex Luger as well. And I didn't recognize work rate. I didn't know a thing about work rate until I got a little bit older and I started seeing Bret Hart work. And then I go, oh, he is considerably better than everybody he's in the ring with. And everybody that he works with has their best matches with Bret Hart. What is that? What's the common denominator there? Bret Hart must be really, really good at this job. But as a kid, big muscle dummies are primo, man. You can't blame Lex Luger for things that he had no control over. Blame him for having a bad attitude, for not having respect for the business, for not appreciating the guys that put him over. But you also got to understand he didn't understand the business. Nobody smartened him up to that kind of stuff. They saw dollar signs in a big muscle dummy, and they said, let's bring him on in, and let's put him with guys that can work with a broomstick and hope for the best. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. For Lex, it worked out great. He had a hell of a career. He wasn't in for just a cup of coffee like a El Gigante or something like that. Even a Bill Goldberg didn't really have that long of a run. Luger had a hell of a run. NWA, WCW, WWF, back to WCW. One of the things I forgot earlier, he was the guy, he was the first shot across the bow that came out on the early Monday Nitro show. There's a lot you can criticize Lex Luger about, but you can't hate on him for being put in the position that he was given, and you can't say that he didn't have a WWE Hall of Fame worthy career because he wasn't a good worker, dude. This is not the Luthez fucking Waterloo Hall of Fame. It's not Meltzer's Observer Awards or anything like that. And to the point of his bad attitude, well, Lex has come around on that as well. He now understands. I was young and dumb, he says. Check out this clip.
Man of the hour, the total package, the former world champion, and now we can say it with some bass in our chest, the WWE Hall of Famer himself, ladies and gentlemen, Lex Luger. Lex, how are you, man?
Hey, guys, I'm on a euphoric cloud nine high of love and congratulations, man. It's been almost overwhelming. It's been, wow, what a ride. Thank you.
See,
Man, what a build up with all the text and everything, man. Oh man. Wow.
It's like I can feel your joy, brother. It's so real. I just caught it. It's awesome.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah, everybody asks, what's the question you get asked the most? Most that I say, well, I have our top three. I go, when are you going to get in the Hall of Fame? Are they going to put you in the Hall of Fame? It's just amazing. At all the Q&As, that question is always one of the first they ask. So, and some say, like when we go to signs, they go, I thought you were, can you put Hall of Fame on there? I go, I'm not in. They go, I thought you were already in. So all three of those now have been totally eliminated. So all kidding aside, though, what a amazing journey. If you'd asked me 20 years ago, at my darkest time, some of the, obviously choices I was making at the time, that I would ever have anything to do with wrestling, period. Or wrestling would ever have anything to do with me. I felt like any association with wrestling, I was completely toxic. Do you know my own ignorance and stupidity and arrogance? And we could go on and on about that. I wasn't that young, but young and dumb, I guess. But I never would have imagined that 20 years later, on this journey from the penthouse to the outhouse to the jailhouse, and here I am in the WWE 2025 Hall of Fame.
We all go through our journeys in life, folks, and we can't sit on our high horse and judge people looking down, because he who throws stones shouldn't glass house or some shit like that. Whatever the proverb is, you know what I'm saying. Lex Luger has come around. He's found God. He's done whatever he needed to do to turn his life around, bring some joy back into his life. So I don't want to hear any of the Miss Elizabeth, or he was a dick back in the day, he doesn't respect her. All of that shit's out the window. Everybody's got a past. He's made up for it. He's made peace with it. And he doesn't need a bunch of mark-ass wrestling fans sitting in their basement picking Cheetos out of their belly button going, well, actually, he's... Let's pay our respects to the man. He's given a lot to this business. Whether you think he was a 5-star match guy or not is irrelevant. He was a huge, huge star in this business with many memorable moments. Many iconic moments. And for that, he deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down in those comments below. While you're there, hit that subscribe button and let's talk about it more. If you think that Lex should not be in the Hall of Fame, give me your good reason. I don't want to hear that, oh, Lex sucks, he doesn't deserve it. That's not a good answer. This is not the Luthez Hall of Fame. Nobody ever accused Lex of being a good worker. But if you have other opinions on why he shouldn't be there, or if you have other opinions on why he should be there, let me know. Let's just keep that conversation going, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for checking out the video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rest in peace.